Hope you guys are doing good and welcome back. No, it has been a minute. I know you saw us yesterday, but just in general, catching up with you guys, wanting to make certain that going into 2026, you are taken care of. And what that means is in relocation, these things are not given to us. People in America aren't in a position to know how to move abroad, and more of us are at the position and crossroads of actually looking to move abroad, and everyone's saying, do your research. So, tonight we are going to get into obviously a topic that is designed to give you some understanding. The understanding is around what moving abroad looks like from a mental perspective and the mindset shift that you need to actually be successful in moving abroad. Most of you guys are just picking a location and packing a bag and getting your ticket and thinking that that's all you need. But I tell so many people that it is a privilege to be able to move abroad and be successful. So many people are doing it and just aren't being successful. They're returning home. They are having a bad time. And what you are trying to do, if you are actually looking to move abroad, is not return in shambles, which a lot of people are. And this entire series, this countdown to 2026, is designed to help you guys, the people that are looking to move abroad, excuse me, increase their probability of success by creating conversations that are designed around what you actually need to do before you move abroad. There are things that you can do to prepare yourself for a life that you have never actually lived and what that looks like. You guys don't understand where you are, which is a melting pot of a bunch of different cultures. And when you unplug from that and possibly go into these other cultures and other neighborhoods and cities and countries, there is a unique perspective that you need to adopt. And what we're going to do here tonight is break into what that mindset shift looks like and how you guys can navigate this for your own benefit. And the benefit of it is actually being successful in moving abroad. So, if you guys don't know who I am, my name is RJ Mood. I am originally from Philadelphia. I moved abroad full time 3 years ago, and it has been a journey. I have started traveling many years ago. Bringing people to Colombia was something that I carved out a niche in, but realizing that I was tired of America, I left. And the opportunity to leave was something that I had a soft landing spot, even at a time where not as many people as of right now were looking to move abroad. It wasn't because of something happening that I decided to cut ties with America in certain senses. But looking into what was going on in America, I realized that there was going to be a lot more people coming behind me. And those people weren't going to be given the thought processes, the things that they need, how to vet resources, how to negotiate, navigate what a scam looks like, navigating safety abroad. So we decided to create this platform so that people that have the ability to move abroad, the people that are actually interested and serious about doing this, can go somewhere where they're going to get the resources, the real conversations, the real talk that you guys are going to need when you get on the ground and actually realize that yes, your life that you had in the United States, it was one thing, but the world is a different perspective and the world has a different opportunity for you once you get into it. But if you aren't ready to experience that opportunity, navigate it in a way where you can make sense of it, not be who you say that you are running away from, colonizers, gentrifiers, people that don't care about others. You can easily adopt these things by transferring your American values and expectations right on the other side of the TSA and thinking that that is what you're going to go get when you get there. So tonight's conversation and all of the conversations leading up through the 31st, we have a varying schedule. Just because over the next couple of days I am going to be traveling, but I think we have a total. This is the Number two conversation, our conversation yesterday was for Thailand. Not only Thailand, what the real about moving abroad there looks like, but also dating. You know, dating is something that people are looking to do when they move abroad, but what does it look like? We had Jazzy on to be able to discuss that. We will get that episode up on YouTube for certain. If you guys aren't already, go to YouTube, Black Expat Life Abroad. There is where you can find all of our conversations regarding topics like this, real things that you need, real estate, immigration visas, healthcare. We cover all of these things in a place where you can digest them. Also, go to moodtravelabroad.com. Moodtravelabroad.com is your one destination. You can get connected to multiple destinations around the world that are the top expat destinations: Colombia, Mexico, Panama, South Africa. We are consistently adding more destinations, as well as resources, free guides, free opportunities for you to learn a little bit more. Go there and also take our test. Our mood test asks you a couple questions about who you are and what your intentions, and then give you some understanding on what the best places off of your answers are for you. So you guys can go there, moodtravelabroad.com, to get in to these conversations and the resources that we have put together for you. We also have our relocation tour. If you guys are looking into Colombia in Medellin, we will be there February 16th through the 22nd. You guys can join us. We will have a relocation tour designed to give you the boots on the ground, live like a local experience. All of the things that you need, which we'll touch on a little bit later. But once again, tonight's conversation is around the mindset shift. So many people have been told that the places, the top expat destinations, Colombia, Mexico, Panama, America, they have coined the term third world country. And what you consider a third world country is a place where I would say majority of the places that are deemed third world countries are black and brown places. Colombia, Mexico, Panama. However, I ask you to examine the word and expectations of what third world country means to you and what you have positioned it to mean in your life. Because I ask you, with the numbers in America's coffers regarding, you know, the number of people that have access to healthcare, the number of people that can afford a house, a home, that actually still go to work and work for a big corporation or a business. You know, these things are often, when you look at it in reflective ways, the third world country may not be as third world versus what it is. You ever heard the term, you know, a broke person in a, you know, expensive car, like, or an expensive Gucci belt? It's the exact same concept, because, you know, the numbers just don't lie in regards to the average American not being able to read that well. Being able to read is a very valued thing when you look at the numbers in America, where almost, it's not at that, but almost 60% of Americans can't read past the sixth grade reading level. Sixth grade. I think sixth grade is around 11, maybe, depending on, you know, how old you, I mean, when your birthday was, but maybe you're 11, 12 years old and you're in sixth grade, or maybe you're 10. You can't read past when you were 10. So when we talk about the third world country and examining your mindset, is also understanding that the place that you are now looking to leave, and I know they told you that the place, America, it was the best place in the world. But I often ask so many people, was it the best place for you? Is it giving you what it is that you need? Because if you need a place where you can send your kids to school and not worry about them going to school and not coming home, is America affording you that? Is America affording you an opportunity to go and get to groceries, and one, them being affordable, and then two, being actually plentiful, as far as, can I put this food in me and it actually be beneficial to me? You ever seen the situation with the McDonald's cheeseburger that so many of us in America eat? The McDonald's cheeseburger didn't get mold on it for months, months. Whereas in oftentimes in places like Colombia, you know, you have to go shopping on a daily basis, because even down to how we shop and grocery shop changes automatically when you go to a place that has fresh foods, fresh breads, things that don't have preservatives, that are preserved off of profit and shelf life, versus, is this giving me a disease? Is this giving me cancer? Is this giving me something that I'm going to have to get into the American healthcare system just trying to feed myself? So I often ask people to examine the word third world country, because the mindset shift on what a third world country is and what you are giving up leaving America, and what you are getting access to, those are all things that you need to realize, that you aren't actually getting the best time in America with what it is that you have perceived as the best. And I tell people a lot of times, you don't understand the privilege that you have being an American. It's not something in America that you can actually grasp, because it is in America where it is contained. Yet on a global scale, you have access to certain things that living there just doesn't really give you any benefit. You see so many people, and you're like, why are so many people trying to get into America? It's because the outside perception of America and the inside perception of America, and then what's going on around the rest of the world, are all different things. But how do you navigate that when you've been ingrained and designed and grown up in the bubble that is America? You guys don't realize that your first move abroad and leaving America for your first time, you're like a baby, a whole baby. And most of you aren't ready for that mindset shift, that you aren't the all knower of everything. You don't know everything of where you're going. You might not know the language. You might not know what food is available. You might not know where to go. You might not even know basic things like how to get money out of the ATM and get your card back. How can you just assume that what America has taught you is just enough to get you by, when the rest of the entire world is running at a different cadence than you have ever experienced? You guys are running like extremely fast. That's why Americans are like overworked, overwhelmed. You get on the phone, they're like, I don't have time for cadences or like pleasantries. I need to just get this over. So they're like, hey, how you doing? I need to get this, this, and this. They may not even ask how are you doing. Whereas you go to places, Panama, Mexico, Colombia, and it's an entire cadence of greetings before we get into business. Hola, ¿cómo estás? They're getting all the way into it before it's just, this is what I need. That right there, that expectation and that mindset shift, because most of the time, and I ask you guys often, how are you? Now, you guys are in a one-way scenario, so I can't hear you. But the pause of it is just to ask you, how are you, in a genuine scenario of somebody caring enough to just stop and ask you in the middle of your day how you are. We don't get that in America. We don't remember that we actually need and crave these things. So we get to a place and we see what it is that so many people see and say when they go on vacation to these beautiful islands. It's like, oh, it was just so peaceful, and people just said hello and how are you doing? People I didn't know, and the vibes, everything was irie, or everything was just so pleasant. Sure, Lomas Turbas, go for it. Not sure where Lomas is. Shout out to Lomas Tobas. Anyway, these things are, remembered on vacations, but the idea is to wrap your head around, like, you may be actually craving these interactions, but America just doesn't give you that space. My neighbor, my distant cousin, unless you're in my immediate family, what time do I have to cater to you, to my community? We've seen the actual living of these things in community, and then we've seen the breakdown, and them things no longer be of concern to us. Yet you have to tap back into the ability to realize that once you get abroad, just because America stopped doing these things doesn't mean that they stopped in other places. I know. You think, hey, America didn't stop. We're not doing that around the world. No, no, no. Right now, we're going into the holiday season. And for Americans, the holiday season, it puts a scenario into perspective where most people are thinking, what can I buy my family members? People are and have been taking up extra shifts. They've been getting additional trying to get additional income to be able to afford the presents and all of the abundant gifts that they need, for the holidays, to let people know that they care about them. You know, and that is how America has positioned Christmas. Christmas, you know, we say, you know, they put the X, they call it Xmas now. You know, people say, put the Christ back in Christmas. It's all about Jesus. And I'm not here, and it's not a religious thing at all. This is definitely not one of those platforms. However, I say that all because it is definitely a little weird. I think holiday times are really meant to spend with family and friends and enjoy whatever time it is you have off from work, eating, drinking, don't drink something, water altogether, whatever it is that you do, that you know you pass the time with your loved ones. But I say that is because America has positioned every holiday that you possibly have going on in the United States as an opportunity to buy. And we've forgotten that we don't crave consumer things or consumerism. We crave humanity, we crave people, we crave interaction, we crave community. And America has positioned us to forget that. So when I talk about shifting your mind before you go to leave America, it's about resetting with what you know in your heart, in your spirit, inherently. But remembering that that is why we are all here. Never mind a job, never mind a car, never mind stuff and things, never mind any of that. Before modern times, there was none of that stuff. People were just trying to be with each other. People were just trying to be together. And so many people are not realizing that this move abroad, this Blacksit, this next great migration, whatever you want to coin it as, it is a position where people are returning back to what it is inherently in them, you know, to be in a place of peace, not in a place of buying things and thinking that that's what was going to get me exactly what it is that I needed. Where has that gotten you today? It's 2025 going into 2026, and you guys are looking to leave everything that you know because of what? Consumerism has gotten you to a place of happiness. You got all the stuff. I challenge you to think that you don't have all the stuff. We say, well, I don't have all the stuff that I need. And I say, majority of you that are watching this have everything that you need. You might not have everything that you want, but it's not everything that you need. And it doesn't take to see suffering for you to remember that. You guys have to understand that, you know, you come to from a place where you need to wear your bank account on your body. I need to put the bust down chain on. I need to wear the Gucci, the Christian Dior. Look at my shoes. Look at the car I drive. And I'm not shaming you guys because when I lived in America, I was under the same perspective. I had the stuff, I had the things. I wasn't a jewelry person, but I definitely had the car. You know, I lived in a nice place. I always had new clothes and new shoes. There was just never enough until it became more than enough. And I couldn't just keep buying things thinking that was going to plug it up. I came to a realization that no matter how much I kept buying, that feeling that I needed to buy again, that dopamine rush of buying new clothes, buying new stuff was getting to me in a way where I was thinking that that was where my life value was. But with faced with all of the stuff and things that I had and didn't realize that, hey, bro, you're really still with all of this stuff and things looking to give it up and look elsewhere. What does this mean to you? What does this mean to you? I talk about the consumerism because America, once again, the holidays. Obviously, Christmas is a thing where most people buy, and you know, but America's they've monetized President's Day. It's the President's Day sale. Come on, come buy it. It's President's Day. I, I like Barack Obama just like anybody else, whatever the case is, but I don't feel compelled to go buy in honor of President's Day. But there's a sale for that. Where are your values at? I always tell people in this process of looking to relocate and to move abroad, I need you to be very intentional. Your mindset is something that the resources, the getting you a lawyer, getting you a realtor, that's fine. That's easy. That's the easy stuff. The hard stuff is this. How do you change your mindset? How do you get ready to prepare for a new life as a grown ass person? And you ain't never had this opportunity. You've never been able to wrap your head around what you are about to embark on, but you're supposed to be ready for it. That's why we're here tonight. Talk about where you are so you can pause, put a pause on it before you go leap into a whole nother environment and not realizing who you are. Feeling and drawing the sand in a line and saying, what are my values? The dictation of whether or not you have a good time or not comes down to values. It comes down to whether or not I want to go, never being able to afford to throw money in the United States to now having a favorable dollar amount. And now I'm throwing money in another country because I have access to being able to do so. Is that who you are? I don't know you. Do you know you? Those are the introspective questions that everybody needs to ask on this relocation journey, because those things aren't what goes on to most of these platforms. These people are just giving you an opportunity to say, here, use these resources, pay this price, and then that's what it is. You got that. That's cool. But I got to be the one that actually works with you guys. I have to be the one that, runs the community where you can come in and run them up, because even though you followed the resources of the houses and the vetted resources that we have, you weren't prepared. So many people think that we try to convince people to leave. I'm not convincing nobody. Y'all grown as hell. I'm not convincing you to do something that you ain't willing to do. But I tell people, whether they're local or a person that is from America looking to move abroad, I say my best service to the community is preparing people that are looking to move abroad with the conversations that they need to have with their own self, and preparation before of what it is that they want to do as far as moving abroad, who they really are before they even buy the ticket. Because those things that you see, those ignorant things, those negative things, those I got something happened to me because I did this dumb stuff. Those are people that don't run across these conversations. They haven't done the reflective scenario of looking in the mirror and saying, who am I before I show myself to the world? Maybe they've been the person that runs from pillar to post from New York to LA because their name is terrible in every city and they just keep having to be on the move. And now they've crossed international waters because the continent of the United States, excuse me, not the continental United States, has become too small of borders. Yeah, there's some people. You guys don't realize that the world is bigger than America. There are international people. The kinds of people that you don't like, people that are jealous, selfish, envious, braggadocious. Like these people exist globally. Not everybody gonna be your friend. That's another thing that y'all gotta realize. Not everybody gonna be your friend. Y'all almost think y'all gonna come out here and everybody's gonna be your friend. No, no, no. That's why I tell people, examine who you are. What are your core values? I say, write down what it is that you are looking to give up. I'm leaving this in America. Make sure you know what you're leaving. That way, you know what you're looking for. And you can start to think in that manner. Most of us as Americans don't even have the time to sit. Take a couple minutes. Answer the question internally. Am I okay? What do I want? If I wasn't so consumed with all of this American consumerism, what would I like to do with my life? Ask the average American, man, if you didn't have to do all this job and you had no money, what would you do? Well, I never thought about that. Think about it. Take the time. Now, I'm not saying that moving abroad is just going to fix all of these things. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, for you to begin the scenario where you're going to give up home base, you're going to give up everything you know, even though your hand keeping your hand on it's hot and it's burning. So you're like, I'd rather take my hand off and go into the unknown than keep my hand on. I get it. But just think about, what do you want? You're a grown person. You've probably been inundated with following the cycle. I'm 38 years old. I go to high school, graduate, go to college, get a good job. Some people that worked, some people that didn't. That you're here and you're looking at content on how to move abroad. And the resources are far and vast. And you got people that travel to places and now they got an ebook and they got a master class, a master. Interesting. I talked about that last night with Jazzy. What the words of master mean. How many hours that you have had to take to actually make a master. How many groups and people that I had to bring to actually feel like I can do this without even being there. Yeah, so many people pop in and jump in, and this digital world gives you access to what it is, the life that you think you're going to go live. And those things are maybe something that can help you. But majority of them, they're not. Yes, resources. How to get a visa. Easy stuff. I got that. But I can't prepare you. I can't get you ready for the community aspect. I can't get you ready to think outside of yourself. I can't get you ready to think that you're gonna come somewhere where you never used to do that because you didn't have the money, and now you're gonna come and stand on the couch and you're gonna throw money in places and asking me why I can't, do the things that I do in America in this place. Are you ready to move abroad? Are you ready to shift your mind? Are you ready to even just look inward and ask yourself, what do I want out of life? I'm 38 years old. What do I want out of this? I'm moving and I'm ready to give up everything that I know. What's my end goal? Do I take this? Do I think that, oh, well, I just did enough research to make it make sense? Let me tell you something. I've been coming to Colombia since 2017. Cartagena, even specifically, even more. I will tell you that every time that I go to that city, I see something brand new. Brand new. Learn something brand new about the history. History ain't never changed. But I learned something. How many times do you think that you can go to a place and then you're gonna know it the same way that you can go to a place in this time as far as internationally, but you know the places that you know because you've been going there for 30 years. You think 3 years is gonna take the time that you need? Are you open to realize that even though you're a grown person that you might not know what's best? Working with people that know just a little bit more or can put you on to access? Working within your community, building within your community. I know, no new friends, but that ain't gonna work. And are you ready for that? Are you ready to work well with others? That is what moving abroad is about because you got to work well with the people that you're asking. Y'all think, see, America has given you this perspective where y'all think that they waiting for you to show up. Yeah. Well, that we bring our tourist dollars. They should be happy that we're here. We bring our American bucks. They should be happy that we bring that. Is there a little bit of Christopher Columbus and all of y'all? Not me. I don't. Nobody's waiting for me to come to Colombia, to Jamaica, to anywhere. But why do you think that? Why do you think that these people are waiting for you to come, and you're blessed by your presence and the dollars that you have? You guys, there's no billionaires on this channel. They're not watching this. You're a regular person. Even if you got a little bit of money, you think people in Colombia don't have any money? You think that because we told you the country was third world, that means that everybody in the country has got to have no money? They don't even have clean water, right? There's places in America with no clean water. Why do you guys think that America has this hold on the world as this global power that everything that goes on is great there and everywhere else is bad? I get people that think that are looking to leave. And I say, well, why would you leave if everywhere else is bad and you're at the best place? If we're number one, then why are you looking to leave? That's why I ask you. Maybe you aren't ready to leave. Maybe you aren't ready to go. Maybe you need to stay right there on the couch exactly where you are. You need to. Because the life abroad is you coming to somebody and without actually saying the words, but you're asking, can you accept me? I am willing to take part in your language. I am willing to take part in your customs and traditions. I am willing to move at the pace of where it is that I am. You guys understand pace. You go to the South, it's a slower pace. Imagine a pace slower than the South. The sense of urgency is not there because people's lives are consumed with how many things I can buy and how much stuff that I need. Right now, I tell people that ask me with certain things, I'm like, man, we have to get in front of certain people because in Colombia, the last week of November to maybe the first week of January, people are like, yo, listen, family, friends, end of the year, You're gonna have to catch me in 2000, whatever it is, on the other side of January. And I appreciate that. At first, frustrating. You got to realize I didn't. No one prepared me the way that I'm preparing you guys. You're lucky. You're privy. You're privy to a conversation that so many of us didn't have. So many people won't have. And I realized, that bald dude was right. I really needed to check myself. One, I needed to see who the hell I am, and one, and two, figure out who I can be. What are my real values and goals and what I'm looking for? How can I integrate into a community that doesn't need me versus I am going and they're going to be happy that I've got the green bucks. People will come, I got to use pesos. I can't use American dollars. Who are you? Seriously, who are you? Are you George Washington? Are you Benjamin Franklin? Are you Abraham Lincoln? Are you the representative of America? Are you ready to take America and America's values with you across the world and say, please give me let me in, even though I'm dressed like George Washington? 1776, guys, am I right? You guys don't understand that America has done a number on Americans. America has given the impression that the world is waiting for you to show up. So your mindset needs to get popped in a scenario of one, no one is waiting for you. Everybody is doing just fine, despite what the news says. Everybody has their issues. America has their issues. That's why you're looking to leave. But it's more so about what do you do and what you're willing to tolerate, and also who you are, and saying, if I'm going to pick up Mexico, a Colombia, a Panama, what am I willing to learn, and how can I get integrated into what they're doing versus the reverse of so many individualized Americans saying, what is it like in America? What American things can I expect there? That's why y'all having a bad time. You guys are also thinking that what you can do in America is going to work in the global atmosphere. For example, for example, so you guys are in a scenario where do it myself. I can just do it myself. I don't need anybody. And in America that works because a lot of people aren't really looking to build. They're looking to. You got to watch yourself as you maneuver in groups and different environments with who you work with. And I get that. You still have to do that abroad. That's not what I'm saying. But what I tell you is the people that I have met abroad, both local as well as people that came from America, those particular kinds of people, they you still have to sift through, but you will find a lot more people that are aligned with you that have gone through similar things as you have and are probably tired of the BS. And you find that as long as you have your drawbridge low enough, most people go into relationships with the drawbridge all the way up here and not realizing that no one can get in if your drawbridge is that high. You need to lower your drawbridge. And say, oh snap, there goes his eyes. I can see him. There's somebody actually over there, just not a voice. Oh snap, I can see his mouth. Now we're building trust. These things are going to be so impactful to your success rate. Getting the vetted resources is hard, but it's the easiest part to do. I can't prepare you because you have to answer these questions for yourself. Are you ready to change what your expectations have been about you and your life and who you are and what you want? About how you are willing to interact with your neighbors? Understanding that a neighbor could come and say to you, one of the cool things that I like, and people in Colombia will walk up to you and they'll tell you, they'll be able to see, like, you don't know where you are. And they're like, yo, put your phone away. Now, they might say it in Spanish. They might not know what they're saying. They're like, yo, put your phone away. And you're like, even if you know what they're saying, they're like, why are you telling me to put my phone away? Like, who are you? That's an American thought process. In reality, they're like, no, it's people that would just drive past and grab your phone if you're just sitting there holding it like this. Americans would think, oh my gosh, it's Wild Wild West. It's not like that. But looking out for your neighbor is a thing. The community, taking care of the community is a thing. Older people talk about it, in the 60s and the 70s, the community looked out for each other. We used to have a good community. You know, somebody could say, hey, stop doing that, and you would stop, even if it wasn't your mother or father. Y'all remember these things that had value to you, yet you don't have them anymore. Your body needs it. Your body is searching for it, but your body don't remember it. You might not have grown up in that. You just heard the stories. Or you did grow up in that, but you've gotten so hardened by what America has given you that your drawbridge is so high. No new friends. I'm going to do it myself. I tell people these conversations are free. It costs you nothing to listen. It costs you 100% nothing to apply it to your life in whatever way you need it to. I may see you. I may not see you on the other side of the TSA. Depends on how our life runs. But one thing I want to leave you and give you guys is the understanding that the mindset shift is one of the most important things that you can't bottle up and say, okay, here it is. It's a thing that you have a reflective moment and you figure it out. Most people won't ask you. Most say, come buy this. No, no. Let's get into you. Let's face you with a reality of asking you flat out, you might not need to move abroad. You might need to stay your ass right there. If you're not open to any of these things that I'm saying, then are you really ready? So many of you guys play the relocation game like y'all played a lotto. Y'all think that because somebody won, maybe one day it's your turn, as lucky as it is. I see people and they do all these trendy videos with the, I moved abroad with $500 and this is what I did. And I'm like, you are setting people up for success, for failure. You don't care about the people that are going to watch this. Because to tell somebody that I did something really risky, here's a video about it. It's like taking a six shooter and putting a bullet in it and pushing, then being like, well, I survived. And then you taking that strategy and applying it to relocating around the globe because you saw somebody have a 1 in 6 chance of being successful. Didn't think about it like that, did you? Didn't wrap your head around it, because so many people, when we go through these relocation questions and the consultations and I ask them flat out questions, they're like, damn, when you put it like that, I didn't think about it. I know. You're overworked, overwhelmed, trying to figure out stability in a place that is designed to keep you unstable. Trying to figure out internal peace and external peace in a place that don't have nothing going on that's peaceful. It doesn't give you the ability to even take the time to reflect on what would give you peace. So the exercise of me saying to you, when's the last time you examined that? When's the last time you asked yourself, what is it that I want? In the perfect world, what could I get? What am I looking to move? If I got an itch in my body to look to move out of the United States, have I taken the time to write it down? To visualize what it is that I'm saying I'm done with? Have you done that? Is your mind ready to face it? Because that unhooking the anchors of America that you have you strapped and you can't leave, those are the things that you have to face. You have to realize you are a grown person that will revert to childlike behavior when you are in a scenario of being overwhelmed in a place where nothing makes sense. It's a 180 from your entire life in the United States. I've seen it happen time and time again. So these mindset conversations are designed to wrap your head around who you need to become before you leave. That's why I tell people, man, like, listen, what makes us different is we have everything that every other relocation company has. All of the resources, we even have ones that no other relocation company has. I do that. But my job isn't to sell you on anything, sell you on moving. My job isn't to sell you on our buying our services. Yes, we are a business, and yes, we do need to stay open. But our services are there because these are the resources that you need to move. My job is to prepare you to move abroad in ways that no one else will do. Ask you questions that aren't designed for me, because these things aren't going to be getting, I'm not going to answer. You are the only one that can answer, are you ready? You are the only one that can come up with the list of reasons that you are looking to leave. You are the only one that can come up with the list of things that you are looking for from your life. your new life that you think that you're going to go create. What are you looking for? Oh, I want to be in a place that has this, this, and this. I want to live a life where I can go here. Well, that's going to help you narrow down where the hell you're going. Because if it don't exist on this side of what I'm looking for, why are you going? So these are conversations. This platform is designed to give you, yes, the resources, the people, the things, and the stuff you need. But it's more so designed to get you ready in a way where we don't have the time to play with you. You don't have the time to play with you. There are so many people that come and have a bad time. There are so many of these experts that make this content that is designed to get your money, and it's not designed to actually give you something that you can use. I don't care how much a bottle is in Colombia. I don't care what the girls look like. I don't care nothing besides the people in my community, the people that come into these platforms and these conversations being successful, whether it is Medellin, whether it is Santa Marta, whether it's Cali, Bucaramanga, Barranquilla, whether it's a whole different country and a whole different continent. That's not my concern where you go. It's more so how you go. These conversations, you can take them all around the world and you're going to be good because you set the tone of what it is that I was looking for. You set the expectation of, okay, I spent 35 years in the United States before I left. My last 3 years have been in intentional ways and have led me right here tonight on a Friday night in front of you. 3 years ago, if you told me I would be sitting in front of you on a Friday night talking about living abroad, I would have told you must have been, what are you talking about? Who are you? What are your values? That's what I realized. My value to the community and my value in what I wanted to do and who I was to be of service in a way where it was of sense. Your mindset is everything in this relocation, and I cannot harp on it enough. You shifting your mindset in preparation before, not after, before. Because when you try to go swimming with no breaststroke, no backstroke, no freestyle, no butterfly, you don't even know how to swim. You think you're going to take on a little bit of water? So yes, I know. You want to leave. I got you. But take some inventory about yourself on a Friday night. Take some time with yourself. Give yourself some understanding that you may not have realized that your life up to this day in this conversation that you just heard, it was going to be one way. And then you snapped out of it and realized that I needed to do this inventory check. I needed to go inspecting what I expected as far as who I am, what my life was. Because if you are thinking about moving abroad, you aren't happy with everything that you know. How do you actually impact it to where you can use it? That's on you. I can only stoke the fire. I can't start it. Starting it is bringing you here. You have the opportunity to go to any platform you want to. What are they telling you that you can use? Are they just selling you things that anybody can sell? Are they giving you the conversations that you are going to need that you might be in the middle going to sleep and be like, damn, I guess I do need to write that down. I guess I do need to take it from my head and take it from my pen and put it on a piece of paper and make a document of what I'm looking to leave. What are my actual values? If money is your value, stay in the United States. Oh, I just want to get all the money in the world. Whatever. Stay in the place that consumerism. They got to sell for you for every damn day. It's President's Day sale. Celebrate your favorite president with this 40% off. Like, what the hell are we doing? Get to the understanding of what your values are. Understand that in order for you to be successful, your mindset has to shift. You can buy a ticket to anywhere and show up with all of your shit. That's not that's not the successful relocation. That's just somebody that did something. Are you gonna stay? Are you gonna feel comfortable, safe, secure, happy? All of these things are going to be reflected in what it is that you do before you get there. How do you connect to community? How do you get ready to be open to new relationships, building and working well with others? America has closed you off from that. Yet we see so many people not realizing that the community abroad has possibly been in a scenario to save their life. Literally, I've seen it happen. I've seen people say, I didn't know anybody, and until I found a community. Once I found a community, I met mad people I didn't even know were in the same city as me. I was lonely until I found a community, or I was navigating this so wrong, and now I figured it out. And there was other people that said, "Oh no, this is how you do it," or "Oh, here's a person that can help you with this." I know, all by yourself. That's how you guys have been bred in America. It was a place that used to have a community aspect. It used to be a thing where you can live in that lifestyle. But now, no matter what race you are, that community aspect is gone. That's why so many people are looking to go and say, "Well, I don't know where it is, but it's got to be out here." And it's thriving in many places. But are you going to be ready to receive it? That's on you guys. My job, and hopefully tonight I have done it, is get you guys to reflect. Take a look in yourself. Ask yourself some questions, some real life things that you need to sit with. Some things that you need to do, some homework, some stuff that you need to realize goes into this move abroad process outside of where am I going, where am I staying, and what am I taking. What am I taking is one of the things that you think is only physical, and it's just like y'all take so much baggage. Take so much baggage with you. Take so much baggage with you. You take so much baggage with you. Anybody that's in the community knows that I'm trying to do my best, because some people are taking a lot of baggage with you. And I want you guys to get ready and get prepared, because nobody is waiting for you. So you need to have your drawbridge low enough so that you can be of people that want to be around you. You want to be accepted, not by just people that have living abroad from America, the local community. Getting to understand that you need to say hello to people. How are you doing? Getting to understand that in places like Colombia, once they get to know you, the old people will ask you to help them with their groceries, and you're expected to do that. Understanding that, the American pace is an American pace that led you out of the United States, yet you want everything to go as fast as you expected where you wanted to no longer be. Think about that. Think about that. When you guys complain about the gentrification and the people's attitudes in your neighborhoods, that you go with the same attitudes in a new location just because you think Americans and people are waiting for Americans to grace their doorstep. Who are you? What do you want? Ask yourself that. Ask yourself in conjunction with, what am I looking to do? Where am I looking to go? And am I going to be a part of a community, or am I going to be another colonizer just in a modern day society? The mindset shift is in your court. The ball is 100% in your court. You guys have to navigate it. My job is just to at least check your privilege, check your understanding of what it is that you're saying that you want to do, and give you the opportunity to do it successfully. That way you can stay. If that's what you want to do, stay abroad. You want to go and move and have the success stories and live the life that you want to live. But this is how you do it. If you don't want to do that, don't take any inventory of yourself before you leave. Go with the exact same expectations that you are running out of America with, expecting them in a place and to be received well. And you'll come back. You guys go to YouTube, Black Expat Life Abroad, and you'll realize, hey, he's been saying this for the last 3 years since he's been going. He's been 100% focused and locked in. We have over 300 videos on YouTube that are designed to give you these conversations. This one and all of the other ones that we have designed this platform to be your go-to resource if you are looking to move abroad, no matter what destination. My job is just continue to bring on the destinations. If you guys are first timers, if you guys are moving from another international destination, movetravelabroad.com is where you're going to find all of the resources that you need, all of the real talk, all of the on the ground things that you need, neighborhoods, when's the best time to go. Those resources are free. We do specialize in Colombia, and we work with a network of experts that are designed to help you take your relocation dreams and actually turn them into a reality. Those things are the easy part. Tonight's conversation, that's the hard part, because I can't do it. It's up to you guys to actually do the reflection and looking at who you are in this journey, where you are, and how you are actually going to see the success that you are going to be once you transform your life. So I appreciate you guys as always for coming in, tuning in. You guys once again go to YouTube, Black Expat Life Abroad. You guys can subscribe there. All of the conversations in full will be available or are available. You guys can also go to moodtravelabroad.com. If you guys are looking for relocation tour opportunities, you can go there. We have our next relocation tour in Medellin. It is February 16th through the 22nd, 2026. It is 7 days, 6 nights of relocation, boots on the ground, immigration, real estate. We take you guys and connect you to the community, bring you to all of the things that you need to take your tourist glasses off and put your Tuesday glasses on. My goal with this entire platform is to hope and hopefully increase the probability of your success in that way that you transform your life, change your legacy, take an opportunity from the crossroads of America and where you are today, and be this the reason that your life changed. So many of us have actually changed our lives by leaving everything we known and jumped into the world and realized that the world was really our oyster, and we had an opportunity not only to go and see all of our heart's desires, but so many of us have taken the opportunity to reach back and help others that look like us, give us the opportunity to see this world. So I appreciate you guys on a Friday for spending a little bit of time with me. As always, I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to jump into something I've been holding on to, but tomorrow is another day in the countdown to 2026, getting you guys ready for relocation. Yes, so we are going to have some tough conversations. Come with your pens. Come ready to reflect and get some real things that you're going to need to take into this journey. If your book bag is empty on a relocation journey by the end of 2025, coming here, it's going to be full with everything that it is that you need to actually make this move abroad happen in 2026. I appreciate you guys as always. Once again, February 16th through the 22nd, we will be in Medellin. Our 7 day, 6 night relocation tour gives you guys everything you need up close and in person. You can go to moodtravelabroad.com and buy your tickets. Get registered. You can put a deposit down so you don't have to pay all at once. We do our best to make it easy for you to succeed. The hard part is the reflective journeys that you need to go through and only you. So thank you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be back at 12 p.m. Eastern. Why moving abroad can transform your life. You are not going to want to miss this. Wherever it is that you are, make certain that you are tuning in and come right back here. We will be able to see the entire presentation on YouTube. But if you aren't on YouTube, you'll become right back here wherever it is that you're watching this, and I will at least be able to see you and you'll be able to hear what it is that I have to say. You guys drop me a line. Let me know if you guys need anything. My DMs, my messages are always open. I'm willing to discuss whatever it is that you may need some more insight on, but most of this is about you and what you are willing to do for the life that it is that you say you want to live. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and y'all take care. Enjoy your